Fade in.
I can't actually believe this is happening, but I'm very glad it is. I'm glad all of you are here with me. This is outstanding. As somebody said on Twitter, a victory in and of itself. This is phenomenal. Hopefully, we get more and more good news when it comes to this case. Congratulations to Gina and her entire staff of attorneys, Elon Musk, and many others that were involved in, what is essentially the hardest part, getting to discovery. The interesting part is that there was, no evidence of an impenetrable defense. Therefore, merrily, verily, we move along. I would normally play something patriotic right now, but since I'm using StreamYard and not my other thing, I don't have all of that stuff set up. But what I do have is the story that you're all here for. For those of you coming in right now, thank you for being here. I will try to keep up. I love that the notifications working. We're starting to see folks. I saw this when I opened YouTube. So here we are. That's right. Here we are. And here we go. Let's jump on the story right away. I will be treating this as a news broadcast, so welcome. This is what we're talking about. At this hour, breaking. This just came out. Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied. Thank you, Jonas J. Campbell. You are a brilliant man indeed. In-court documents obtained by that Park Place. U.S. District Court Judge Sherilyn Peace Garnett has denied the request by the Walt Disney Company to dismiss Gina Carano's lawsuit, with Gina Carano and her lawyers against the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm's attempt to dismiss her case. This is spectacular. It truly, truly is. Let's continue on. All right, here we are. According to the Judge Garnett, Disney, Lucasfilm, and Huckleberry have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. The court denies defendants' motion. Carano filed her lawsuit against the Walt Disney Company back in February, with suit detailing it is a civil action arising from defendants' wrongful termination of Carano's employment in retaliation for Carano's lawful exercise of her right to speak and express her views. Specifically, defendants under the regime of former Disney CEO Bob Chapek fired Carano because of her posts on various social media platforms, including X. Carano composed and published the post while she was off duty and away from the workplace. The suit also alleges defendants terminated Carano's employment and took other retaliatory actions to limit and deny her future employment opportunities, including, but not limited to, making maliciously false statements about Carano with the intention of damaging her reputation and thus her ability to find and retain work. It also stated defendants treated Carano differently than her similarly situated male co-workers, who likewise expressed their personal political views on social media, but upon information and belief, they were not counseled or disciplined, let alone terminated. And there is that part of the conversation. The lawsuit specifically accused the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm of wrongful discharge and refusal to hire, and sex discrimination, which is a badness. Carano is asking for preliminary and permanent injunctive relief, in requiring defendants to reinstate Carano to her prior position with no loss of pay or benefits, a judgment declaring the defendant's termination of Carano's employment was unlawful and in violation of California law, compensatory damages, including but not limited to loss of pay from the date of termination to the date of reinstatement, in an amount to be determined at trial, but exceeding $75,000. Compensatory damages for loss of future employment, including but not limited to the promised role in the Rangers of the New Republic, in an amount to be determined at trial. Emotional distress damages in an amount to be determined at trial. Punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial. Reasonable attorney's fees and costs, and such other and further relief as the court may deem just and proper. The Walt Disney Company filed a motion to dismiss in April, arguing that Disney makes this motion on the grounds that Disney has a constitutional right not to associate its artistic expression with Carano's speech, such that the First Amendment provides a complete defense to Carano's claims. Trying to fight fire with fire. It's not going to work in California. They have a law for this. Later in the motion, the company's lawyers argued that Carano's claims are all barred by the First Amendment. Incorrect. The First Amendment embodies a core principle of speakers' autonomy that bars the state from dictating to expressive enterprises what to say, how to say it, and to whom to say it through. Interestingly enough, they didn't afford her the same courtesy. Disney continued, as the court further held in Boy Scouts of America versus Dale, that principle means that the state cannot force an employer to engage in speech to speak through an employee whose own views and public profile could compromise an employer's own message, even if the employee does not express her views on the job. By the way, all of these claims they're making are against the California law that the Hollywood folks put together to prevent another blacklist from arising. They are actually building the claims that they want to establish another blacklist. How's that sound? Disney's motion added, the coup de grace came from February 2021 when Carano admittedly reposted on Instagram a post comparing criticism of politically conservative viewpoints to a certain very bad period in Germany's history and, in fact, world history, to be fair. Carano's decision to publicly trivialize this is not an accurate factual statement, and I think this is one of the other problems. So regardless of what this motion said, because it's a lot of nonsense from Disney's lawyers, on June 12th, Carano and her lawyers and lawyers representing the Walt Disney Company appeared before U.S. District Judge Sherilyn Peace Garnett, and I thought it was Pence. And according to a report from the Hollywood Reporter, Judge Garnett was unconvinced by Disney's arguments. I'm not convinced there are no disputed facts. Disney's First Amendment defense cannot allow it to short-circuit the normal litigation process. So here we go, kids. And Hollywood's Reporter's Winston Cho even noted a federal judge has signaled that Gina Carano's lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm over her termination from The Mandalorian will be allowed to proceed as the court considers whether the First Amendment allows private companies to sever ties with employees who publicly clash with their values. Apparently, their values are ones that, 99% of Americans don't share. They used to. Anyway, further, Carano shared her thoughts after leaving the courtroom in the beautiful halls of the federal court in Los Angeles. I was quite amazed at its splendor. I half expected to see Tom Cruise come sailing down the center like in Mission Impossible movies. Having just left court, the judge said she would issue a ruling in the near future, hence today. For those of you who are just joining us and resetting this properly, it looks like the judge in this case has told Disney to pound sand and dismissed their motion and is moving this forward. Should be fun. Congratulations to Gina, of course. But First Amendment lawyer Ron Coleman shared his analysis of the report in an appearance on financial analyst Valiant Renegade's YouTube channel. The position Disney is taking right now, and what is probably offensive to this judge, as it should be, is, do you own her? By virtue of having a job in one of your comic book movies, is this woman now your property, such as she can't express an opinion on any matter that you would disagree with for as long as she's employed by you? That's a very different proposition, and one that I strongly agree with. I think I was on that show. Anyway, he later added, she's probably going to say there probably should be some discovery to find out is that really why you fired her? Do you really believe, was there some data you relied on in making this significant, not earth-shattering, but significant creative and business decision to fire her, which said that her continued employment would turn off audiences? Or are you rationalizing because that what the emails and texts and Slack discussions will show, and mind you, we have all of their Slack discussions, this right-wing person has got to go. So I imagine the judge sided with that legal argument. Regardless, as of today, and with great excitement, I share this news. Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied The judge essentially saying pound sand. And this is correct. Dengar Renegade, indeed. Let's discover. Let's do that. Space Dave, Zynga. What's up with autocorrect? I don't know, but it's fine. Good to see you, Barney Fife. This is an amazing day. We've got Animation Critic out there. The great Zombie Box Reviews, a channel you should check out, everybody. You really should. Let's see. I think I said hi. Yeah, I did. Low Spec is here. Oh, poop. That's right. Normally, I don't go live on a whim. Normally, everything is scheduled, so I don't, mess with the algorithm. But today is a big day, an important one, and I appreciate your support here, folks. Will Bloom says, "Go, culture, go." That's what I'm doing. So we've got, Aluvrian Imakara. It has been so very long, my dear. 42 months you've been a member, and I've missed you when you're not here. Smart, funny, gracious, Gina for the win, as always. Congratulations, Zombie Box, hitting 11K last night. See? Great things, great people. Congratulations, my friend. Well done. This guy is live. Again, I am. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Go scold some of the other people, Mikey. Nah, stay right here. So in order to reset this for the people just joining us, there's 85 of you in all. Thanks for being here. For those of you on X, thanks for being here as well. I will say it all over again. As Bowie Grant says, something brilliant, Team Gina. I think we're all Team Gina today. And as this headline says from Jonas J. Campbell over at That Park Place, Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied. The judge wants some discovery, and we do too. So congratulations to Gina, to her entire team of lawyers, and to Elon Musk, who, well, probably is going to keep writing checks because, Bob, go fractionalize yourself. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we'll reset. If you've been here before, just going to repeat the beginning of this. In court documents obtained by That Park Place, U.S. District Judge Sherilyn Peace Garnett has denied the request by the Walt Disney Company to dismiss Gina Carano's lawsuit with Gina Carano and her lawyers against the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm's attempt to dismiss her case. I would imagine the production company responsible for her production was Huckleberry, which might be tied to her friend, Jon Favreau. Don't know, haven't researched that. That is something I would suspect. But according to Judge Garnett, Disney, Lucasfilm, and Huckleberry have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. The court denies defendants' motion. That's all, which means we progress forward. Man, she's smiling there, but she's also smiling in the thumbnail I made. And we do have a last page, official page of something that I think I will share with you, courtesy of our great friend, Drunk 3PO. Here we go. In conclusion, in sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Accordingly, for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendants' motion. It is so ordered. Thanks, Jay, for posting that. Appreciate it. Amazing stuff. Hey, what's going on there? The lovely Sherry, good to see you. Rogue Thinker is in the house. Sounds like a just ruling. I agree. Discovery will be delicious. Plus, they will already have, although tainted by the poison tree, the hacked Slack data to compare things to. Remember that little bug that we heard about a week ago? Yeah. Yep. Happy she got a good judge. Well, look, this is a judge that's very much on the side of the law, it seems. Very few of those left. Not a Soros judge anyway, but for her part, it's just the beginning. But she did do the right thing in a lot of our estimation. Right? Right. Let's see. Hey, Northman, what's going on? It's funny, a law to protect communists is being used against Bob. Bingo, bango, bongo. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. A great use of a member chat for 3 months. Twisted Reality says, justice for Gina. That's all we want. We got to move forward. She has to keep winning. She will. She's got right on her side. Disney only has might. And she is formidable. They took on the wrong strong female protagonist, didn't they? Yes, they did. Ah, the lovely Cynthia Carter says, Gina seems like a good person, so I wish her well. If it hurts the rat, that's just a nice bonus. At the very least, it looks like Disney will have to pony up to settle to keep the dirty laundry hidden. Funny you should mention that. It doesn't sound like she's inclined to settle. I mean, it would be a giant check and an admission that everything that she was saying, well, they would have to make an apology as part of that settlement and admit complete fault as part of that settlement. I can't imagine. I don't think it's about money for her. I think it's about the truth and exposing these people for who and what they are, and the fact that Bob is wholly owned by contaminated humanity that are forcing stakeholder capitalism upon us all in the form of the neo-Marxism that they're shoving down your throats, trying to weaken this country from the inside to overtake it and overthrow it to give us a global, well, problem, for lack of a better way to put it. Regardless. Let's see who else is out there. Those paper shredders will be going overtime. Actually, if that happens and if any whistleblower comes forward, Disney's goose will officially be cooked. And most of the stuff nowadays is done electronically. So, going to be hard to shred electronic paper, especially if people kept those documents. By the way, I wonder how many documents Gina has. Good question. Fork 501 says, I think they should give her double whatever she's trying to get. Yeah, they need to give her 2 shows and all the money they owe her times 2. I'm not sure that would even stop her. I think more than anything, she seems very principled. So, I need to have you come on my channel. Indeed, Zombie Box. Indeed. I think we've been trying to have that happen for a long time. Louvrienne points out the fact that, well, they effed around and found out. Yes, the mouse finally found out in a lot of different ways. They had to just eat crow to get close to what the unions wanted for the Disneyland Resort employees, and it's still not officially voted on. They have an agreement in place, a tentative contract. You think the Disney employees are going to settle for anything less than what they deserve this time around? Mouse has done them bad in the past. And they have more leverage the closer we get to August 7th, which is Disney's earnings day. And after that, well, I mean, it only gets worse from there for them because they'll be in the middle of the Fan Expo, the biggest fan event that they have. What worse time when across the street, in front of the convention center, in front of the Honda Center, in front of the park entrances, they have picketers of employees that make up, 14,000 in all, that basically are approximately 40% of their entire workforce at the Disneyland Resort. How's that sound? Sounds like a problem for Disney. Truly does. Truly does. Like I said, this is from my buddy Drunk 3PO. This last page is the most important page. And I think it's just absolutely brilliant. I wonder what after hours trading looks like at the Diz. Should we look that up? I think we should look that up. Let's look what the Diz looks like. The Diz was pretty sick today, finishing under $90 at $89.80. Well, yeah, I mean that was at close. After hours trading Eastern, it's at $89.92, up a little. But I'm not sure this court case is going to help with tomorrow morning. Trading volume, well, let's see. A little higher than normal, headed on the wrong side of normal on the way down. And remember that 52-week low range of 78.73? You think we're going to get there. Maybe faster than last time. Man, the P&E ratio is 97.61. Woo! Woo, kids. Woof. Hey, how's it going there, OCDD93? Good to see you. What's going on? Well, what's going on is this. Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied. That's right. That is what is going on. And it's a good thing. Good to see you there, one-man show. Yeah, this is not going well. Yeah. Lawsuit going forward to Discovery. Discovery is where we see fun things, super fun things. I love the earnings calls. The cope is so heavy it feels like concrete shoes. Well, this one will be pretty heavy too, because we know what Comcast said about their theme parks having a little bit of a slowdown and that hitting their revenue a bit. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not kidding on this one, Disney's got hit way worse. Way worse. Their bottom line's getting crushed. The only thing that's headed upwards for them is the cruise lines. People are starting to bail out of DVC, starting to see some real things now. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Bowie Grant's like, you've been blocked. Yeah, I don't really care. Angel Feliciano says, good. I love Gina Carano. I love her too. She's great. FKHC 2005, hail, hail. You know, you can only get this much anger and resentment because people used to love you. Yeah. Poor Disney's going to be eaten by the Discovery monster. In truth. In truth. Indeed, one-man show. Because guess what? All the detrimental things that have been said about her, that's going to hurt. What's going on is Disney thought they were Deadpool to Gina's Angel, only to find out Deadpool never fought her. Well, there you go. This is going to be bad. Small-time Republic. August 7th isn't that far off in terms of the earnings call. No, it is not. We need to hammer this news everywhere it is. We need to support articles like this. We need to find more articles like this. We need to sing about this in a way that makes Disney look exceptionally bad. Bob has to leave, and the way of doing business needs to change. And if there's artificial forces leaving them in a position to basically destroy Americana and themselves at the same time, those forces should be exposed. We already knew who they are. It's BlackRock and Vanguard and the like. We need to expose them in full for what they are. And for changing the name, if you change the name of ESG, DEI, and all that stuff, we already know what you're changing it to. We already know that you're going to go try to take everybody off that bridge. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants Microsoft, being the overlord of us all, or anyone associated with them, or any giant global government. No, in the United States, we're sovereign and free. That's why Gina Carano fights back. That's why I fight back every day. Anyway, regardless, moving forward, and thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Donovan Bradford, I was talking to one of my peeps at Starbucks, and her pals in the industry all know about the Disney issues, so even normies are finding this stuff out. That's right. And we're going to continue to help them find it out and point out all of the things that are unjust. If you really cared about justice, you'd care about this, right? I think we do. That's right. I can see Bob resigning over this. Well, technically, it wasn't under his watch. It was under the guy that he made sure he got rid of before he changed the company's direction back to one of profitability and fan appreciation, turning Disney back to America as it should be. But instead, well, Bob made sure he was gone, and kind of at the same time took out the CFO, only we didn't know that till later. And this is where we are at. Hey, Wirrun of Bly says, yo. Well, there you go. Hey, Kaiser Soze, good to see you. Hollywood should not be supported. They're anti-American. I'm with you 100% of the way, but what's really funny, and this is something that was brought up early in their chat, which is 100% correct, laws that were put in place to protect communists are being used against Disney to, protect Gina and others that would, be in her same position. I think a lot of other actors should be looking at ways to employ said law that was put in place to support their crazy commies and, fight back against a blacklist that's squarely aimed at them. Hello, Tom F. Once again, with the reset, Disney's motion to dismiss the Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied. This is truly amazing. B. Baker asks a good question. At what point does Disney fire? Does the board fire Iger? I don't think that would do them any good. Who would they bring in? Who would they elevate? None of the candidates below him are very effective. Candle Media has been a kind of a yawn, and the two gentlemen that run that are basically beholden to, I think, Blackstone, amongst others, for all the capital that came in to support their efforts. Now, they do own some interesting properties, to be sure, and Bob really likes to acquire properties, but Disney's actually destroying all the properties that they own. So is that really something else they want to saddle themselves with? Hard to say. I'm not sure Mayer or Staggs would do anything good here, and the best chance that they had was the candidate that came along with Nelson Peltz and Jay Rasulo. You just needed to bring the band back together that kind of got the thing going again, and somebody who has an understanding of every element of the business. Hard to say. And yes, Kennedy will still be there, but with Bob Iger gone, there's less bodies buried if you bring in some of these other candidates. I think maybe, Rasulo doesn't have anything that, would be subjected to that kind of scrutiny. Yeah. So we'll see. Twisted Reality for 3 Culture Casino Cash. Thank you for that. Thoroughly enjoy your content. You rock, CC. No, you rock. Thank you for supporting me as a member and with this amazing super chat. I appreciate it. The super chats are very much appreciated. I never go live without it being some significant news outside of my schedule. I'm a slave to my schedule. Fire Dragon 57. I think Mr. Iger has too much ego to bow out. I agree with you. Hey, I would love to be the CEO of the Disney company. And yes, that's almost exactly what I would do. Almost everybody would go. It would be the biggest corporate fire sale as far as employment goes you've ever seen. And HR would be streamlined, and it would be absent any of the garbage that Disney intentionally shoved in there. In fact, you start with HR. You say, bye, bye, bye. Here's your severance. Shut up. Bye. Here's your severance. Shut up. Here's your severance. Shut up. Just send them out the door. Send them out the door. Right? And you know what? Start willingly handing over the evidence of the bad deeds by this company and those around it. I mean, look, only something pure evil would add the CEO of Nike to the board, who really enjoys forced labor efforts over there. So that's a good thing to align yourself with. How do you think Disney ended up over there shooting a film next to a camp where you get to focus on things really closely? Right? Don't forget about that. Disney has a very current history of doing some very terrible things regularly, almost daily. Gina was one of the good things Disney had left. There's that. There's my friend, Thomas Gilkey. I hope your medical procedure went well. Where can I find this article? This article is over at thatparkplace.com, written by Jonas J. Campbell, investigative reporter for this outlet, and a dear friend of mine, and also a partner in That Game Place, the channel that I run with Jonas. So there's that, along with a great team of people, which includes Nolan Thunder. That's right. Theliato, what happened is Disney's motion to dismiss the Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied by the judge. This is the ruling that came down just a few hours ago. And as such, well, we ended up with this at the very bottom. The conclusion. In sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Accordingly, for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendants' motion. It is so ordered, which means we move to the next phase, folks. That's right. Discovery Island, which used to be a place at Walt Disney World, actually. Used to go there. It was a small wildlife preserve with lots of fowl. The feathered ones were there, amongst a few other things. So, start with the board, if only. If only. But it would be a good conversation with them to suggest to them that, well, since I now have possession of all of their skeletons, they might want to find a way out the door graciously and never say a bad word about Disney or me. Although that's usually not what happens. It really, really has to be a slate of members elected. Something was seriously going on with the lady that just left, and you can tell Disney's corrupt because they immediately removed that board seat and going from 12 to 11. Yeah, Charlton Heston was great. I think everybody's kind of looking forward to Discovery. I know I am. Punkwaddle. Oh, one thing ends as another begins. That's right. Disney can't get out of their own way, can they? Can they? Hey, Rachel. Good to see you. Nice, Disney. 0, Gina. 1. I love this. I love the scorecard thing. This is a good idea. Thank you, Rachel. This is great. Culture still hasn't texted me. That's not true. I will definitely text you when I get done here. I'm glad you came through your medical thing okay, dude. Con! What's up? CC, the hardest working man on YouTube. Not quite. Not quite. There are a few others that work harder than me, but I try. Try to keep up. Our good friend, favorite polar bear, Snortapoopa Scuba out there. Look at all of you great people. Northman says Discovery is going to be fun and free money for your tubers. Yeah. Can you imagine LawTube? LawTube's going to be fire, Legal Mindset's going to be doing great. Coleman's going to be doing great. Oh gosh, the other name just fell out of my head. Ah! Come on. See him all the time. Oh, goodness. That's going to make me feel bad. I'll remember in a minute. Don't get old, folks. You forget things. We got Discovery. It's going to be a whole lot more fun than visiting a Disney park. Yeah, right now, for sure. Lines are crazy. Pyrene Dream. The juice is going to be worth the squeeze. That's a great line. I like that one, too. Thank you for that. Robot 89. The judge on this case did a good job. Well, yeah. Yeah, because, if that law in California isn't properly taken care of, then you're going to end up with another list. And, well, there's a lot of communists in California. They don't want to be on lists again. They would not like that at all. It might be better for the country, but hey. Culture would say I have Mikey, Nate, and Tom waiting to get a hold of those skeletons. So you might to exit stage right. Yeah, I probably should get out of here soon. Oh, you're talking about that. Yeah, we definitely have everybody trying to get a hold of this information. That's for sure. Any vids? Yes. Tomorrow afternoon, I will be sending you my review for what's it called? Deadpool and Wolverine. That's right. Yep. So there you go. Oh, I wouldn't saint Musk. I just think it's great that he's providing all this legal power for Gina, who's awesome. Legal Eagle will have fun time indeed. Hey, Brian McCann is here. Good to see you. Matt G is here, of course. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else is out there? Hey, Mooley Porcher says, Holy Forge. Yes. Indeed. Can I do a live when they release it? Well, it's not going to be, that won't be the way it happens, but a lot of information will get out into the wild. Let's just put it that way. So I think we don't need to jump on that wagon too soon. Yeah. You know what? That's an interesting perspective, One Man Show. That's quite possible. Settling may have put even more eyes on them, especially since I think part of that settlement would be a demanded public apology for all the actions that the company took. Yeah. Yeah. I, for one, think Elon Musk is fantastic, but I understand a lot of people don't hold him in the highest regard. Logan 5, the Musk man is awesome. See? Some people like him. Hey, George is here. What's up, George Lucas? Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you being out there. You're amazing. The Gaming Dude. Good to see you. All right, we're going to reset because we've got a bunch of new people join us, so let's cover the story. So, this is breaking news just not quite an hour ago. Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied. That's right, Gina gets another win in her box. As Rachel put just a moment ago, it is Disney 0, Gina 1. So we are headed for discovery. And the only important page, of course, is the last page with the conclusion of the ruling from Judge Saralyn Peace Garnett, which is, in sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Accordingly, for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendant's motion. It is so ordered. Disney, be prepared. You are up against an army of lawyers, and you have yours, but these people, well, they're coming for you. You better figure out a way to undo all of the damage you've done. Right, Mutant Bamhammer? Right. Hey, the Basco scenario. Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. There's the great one, Channel Surf. Good to see you. Hoping Gina gets a big enough settlement that she can produce all her own projects. How about she just, well, I don't know, take over the Disney company? You know, that would be great. Bodie Lee. Musk should become president after Trump. Can't. You have to be natural-born citizen. Gets reelected and completes his second term. We'll have to see what happens with that, Bodie Lee. We'll have to see. It's fine. It takes everybody, fans and not fans. But I think for whatever the faults might be of a great person, oftentimes their positives and their positive attributes and mostly their actions are the things that I believe they should be judged upon. So, but I do understand that. And again, no criticism. There's a lot of people and things I don't like that others do. So there's that. How much more petty cash do they have to fill envelopes they send to the trades? I don't know, Pyrene Dream, but they're going to need more. This is not going to go the way that Disney thought. Let's look at the stock price again. Hey, 89.80 is where it finished the day at close. It's up a little bit to 89.94. Somebody's trying to buy them back up. Now, as a warning, everyone, I want you to know this. Disney stock gets a bump every 2 weeks because all of the funds from Vanguard and BlackRock and all these guys that have these funds that are buried in companies like Disney obviously kick more 401k Roth IRA money into the kit. Just know that's going to happen. Probably tomorrow. Just know the bump is either tomorrow or Friday, depending. And if not this Thursday or Friday, it's next Thursday or Friday. So there's that. Just consider that. This will go up a little bit more, and then it'll go back down. It's the downward pressure that they're suffering from now. Understand? I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm not telling you how to go on stocks. I'm just telling you this is what the Disney company is when we get this news as we finish the day on a day when they were just having a nightmare. Of course, so was the rest of the market. But it's been going down the whole week, and the market hasn't. Been going down for quite some time. Let's go ahead and look back 5 days. Here's 5 days. Woo, wop wop. Okay, here's 3 months. Woo, wop wop. It's a trend, folks. Down. This is that slide that they reopened in Detroit, Michigan. It's a little less bumpy. Actually, this one's a lot more bumpy than the slide in Detroit now, but you understand, right? Anyway. Reset again. This is amazing stuff. Thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. Mr. Little Man 007, good to see you. Who else popped in the door? Brian McCann said, Star Wars made Culture Casino figure. It's a Wookiee. That's true. I am pretty fuzzy. No doubt about it. This beard is just lovely today. Look at that. Woo. Yeah. Looking good. Got the gray stripe right down the center. You know, I don't have to do any weird stuff to have my beard have gray. It's gray all over. But these streaks seem to have been consistent from day one. No weirdness from weird guy with zinc dyed beard. I don't even know how you would do that. Anyway. Yeah. But Man, that's fantastic. Ina Greco, good to see you. Thank you for covering this. Wow, Disney denied. Yes, they were. Yes. Yes, I'm so glad they were not. Isn't she just lovely? She's such a lovely person. So great. She's missing from the show. So great. And what's lovely about Gina is the second part of the statement that she made after the 12th, when the judge was thinking about dismissing this motion. This case is important beyond just me. Disney should not have carte blanche authority to fire any actor just because Disney disagrees with something they say outside of work. No actor would be free to have a voice if that were true. I look forward to this case moving forward and proving Disney's blatant discriminatory actions. Again, thank you as always for your support. She is probably the most gracious person on the planet. Truly. Yeah, this discovery will be juicy. Termel, indeed. Louvrian Imakara says CNBC will be having a Dizcope. Oh, heaving with Dizcope. Yes. Yes, PMS NBC. Yes. Yes. Some losers like, Discovery! That's right. Hey, what's up, Mark Nichols? Hail to you. Look at that beautiful animal. Man, you guys all have such great animal pictures. Oh, I miss my boy every day. Louvrian. Cliff, no hanger. Yeah, I know. That's been the stock price lately, huh? Yeah. This last page is still beautiful. Look at how short that is. It's 4 lines. In sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Accordingly, for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendant's motion. Yay. Oh, the Cope. At the Copa de Disney. I love it. My MSN news feed had a negative review of Deadpool. So after I go on Friday, I'll see if they're right. You know what? I'm going on Thursday. That's tomorrow. I'll be doing a review immediately afterwards. I'll be getting that over to Grant. Grant will edit it and post it. And you'll have my thoughts Friday morning. I've been seeing actually more negative reviews than I expected from a variety of people who were normally pretty positive about Marvel. So I'm not sure what's going on. But Disney cannot afford for that movie to tank. They've been throwing money out the window for too long. Dan Miko won. Soup. No, it's not me. But I understand. And I know you're just kidding. Shadow Chaser, good to see you. Yes, the auto cucumber, which is autocorrect. This is going to be a massive Disney bonfire. They've been burning money like crazy. Culture, you're looking extra handsome. Zax, you are extra handsome and very fit. You're a very fit guy. And you've got a better voice than me. And just in general, anyway, you guys should be watching Zax too. Zombie Box, Zax, lots of great people on here. The beard came first, then saw a man, and it said, I dub thee, Culture Casino, the most chill dude on YouTube. I don't know. I guess I'm pretty chill. Guess that's true. Oh, what a great bunch of humans. I see your average Patriot nerd in here. Good to see you. And yes, R.I.P. Bear Dog. I miss him every day. Oh, I reordered some poker chips, so I will be at the some old ones. I will be at the San Antonio meetup in October. You'll be able to get first-year chips. If I still have them, you're welcome to them, the red ones. And, of course, I just went through all the colors that are required, like blue. Those are from the second year. Third year is green. Fourth year. We're on the 4th year, folks. Black. $100 chips. Simon Garth says, Gina was singled out because she was conservative. They never do this to actors on the left. This is true, and that's the point. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm the culture. I miss my doggo and oldest kitty. Yeah, it's just really hard. Yeah. Gina is always so classy. Yes, just kind. Sweet. BBC gave it 3 of 5. Wow. That's not going well. And this is a true statement, Bodie Lee. Most Hollywood actors are allowed to be as hateful as possible. But when they're nice, you get rid of them. This is a good question, Blake Pace. Are the right people hating Deadpool 4? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. We'll see. Am I a right people? I don't know. I'm just a people. Bone! Good to see you, Bone. I canceled Disney Plus the day they fired her. Haven't watched anything from them since. The only thing I watch is the things I'm required to watch. And I'm going to tell you all right now, I didn't pay for Disney Plus. So there's that. Daryl the Derelict is in the house. Good to see you, Daryl. Hope you're doing well. Rogue Thinker says the negative reviews I've seen all seem to be very condescending to the people who made and enjoy action movies. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that kind of helps me. It makes more sense. As an alt-right classical liberal. Yes, Oliverian. This is just the bestest news ever. True story. Gold Waffle TV says, Culture Casino. Thank you. My voice is toast, guys. Sorry. John the Beagle Dad. Hello, Culture. Good to see you. Ooh, I like sour cream and onion too. Very much so. And this is also true. This economy isn't going to do Deadpool any favors. True story. Who can afford movies when people are struggling to buy food? Also true story. We're having real problems here in the States and around the globe. My friends are telling me. I hope this sends KK scurrying. I think it may. Best shark ever. Secondhand. I'm not sure which is secondhand, but I'm not going to go golfing anywhere near a shark. Etrigan, the demon, says, I didn't really like the first 2 Deadpools. No reason to see a third one. Well, there are a lot of people that do not dig that humor. They won't be going. It's an R-rated movie, so young people won't be going, or the very young with their parents. So you kind of taken it. Listen to me speak. You've kind of taken it out of the 4-quadrant film and turned it into a 2-quadrant film, and that's not as big an audience as you want. So there's that. Oh, woke reviewers are hating DP3. All right, well that tells me even more. Thank you, Brian McCann. Yeah, Deadpool 2 did disappoint me as well. I think Tom and I share an opinion on that one, which is rare. And Zombie says, I like what I've seen so far. Well, there you go. The house cleaning that will come from this will be fascinating, says Go and Shogi. I agree with you. I agree. Trinoculus P. Gina was targeted because she called out the social engineering, turning in your neighbors, non-compliance, and depopulation, all that. She was too strong. I agree with you. But for now, Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit's been denied. I'm happy. It's not really it's not a direct victory in any way for me, but it's a victory for all of us today, and mostly Gina. We share her struggle here. We share a deep love for her performance as a particular character that was helping bring back something that we deeply, deeply love. Blake Pace, I really don't have any inkling. I'd have to ask one of our attorney friends, and I'm sure they'll be doing plenty of law tubing here in the next few hours. So I can't wait to see what Andrew says. Cannot. Mariella Newworth says, wow, go Gina, go. I'm ready. I got popcorn too. That's right. We will be shedding the light on the cockroaches. Yep, that's what Discovery's for. That's right. Twisted Reality. Really not a fan of Baby Yoda. Well, there you go. They didn't need to bring him back, that's for sure. Lord Greystoke, hello. I wonder how Deadpool's style of humor is going to play in the overseas market. They don't get the irreverence over there. Well, I've looked at how both of the previous films performed. They were released, I believe, 2 years apart. First film was beloved. Second film, not so much. And the revenue is almost the same. It's like a $5 million difference in box office. I can tell you the Chinese market's going to be out on this one, I expect. They've been kind of abandoning the American film market for a while. And even if the revenue does come in, even if it is decent size, it really isn't appreciable because the Disney actually technically only keeps maybe 20%, maybe 25% of whatever they report, quote unquote, comes out of the box office. So we don't know. We also don't know that any figures that come out of Disney are accurate because they've been lying to us forever about how much these films cost. And we know for a fact that, some of these films have been $500 million or more in costs. Force Awakens, by the time we get to know what that actual budget was, it's going to be staggering. Young people won't be going to Deadpool 3. 2 rows of kids with their parents who left once things got gory. Well, how young were they? So I'm talking about little ones and like grade school kids. I don't know how you would possibly justify doing that as a parent. And if people are doing that, they should be judged. Some kids are ready for stuff like that, but I can't imagine a row or 2 of them. Just can't. If nothing else, this ruins KK and Iger's day. And that's a beautiful thing. Well, I tell you what, they have another thing to worry about. Iger tries to put one thing to bed and something else pops back up. And Mark is 100 here. Discovery is the win. Yep. I am hungry. You guys keep making me hungry. You're eating popcorn, all that. Come on now. Trinakius P says, is it rated R? Yes, here in the States it is R. In the UK, they have like a eye chart of a rating system that I don't know how they keep track of. Reimagine accounting. Yes, they reimagined Tomorrow, which destroyed the company. And they're reimagining accounting, which is, destroying the company. Someday somebody's going to be able to pull the books and expose it all. Iger's going to need a few more cold showers. True story. Donovan, don't judge my parents for letting me watch stuff like Deadpool at 6. My dad put stuff into context. You mean between beers? Doubtful. I saw stuff of what I shouldn't have seen. I did. I saw a lot of horror movies there was no way I should have been allowed to see. Kind of shaped me into the lunatic that I am now, though. Do you like this version of a lunatic? That's how you got it. I was the kid that wanted to know, how did they do that? How did they make that blood run down their face? How did they make the werewolf's teeth grow? How did they do that? Yeah. Good evening, Rachel Moliere. I hope you're doing well, and you are now a member. I don't remember if it was today or yesterday, but you were gifted a membership, dear. Oh, Let's see. Cynthia. I love you guys having conversations with each other. It's so great. Hey, ho! I saw Rosemary's Baby when I was 5. No, you did not, Ron. No, you did not. Oh, by the way, Follow the Bradley's Fun is a good follow, so do that. Follow the Bradley's Fun on YouTube. It's a good time. Bad parentage. Oh, I saw so many great horror films. Way too young. Loved them. Halloween. Should not have seen that movie at the age I was. The thing is I was more curious. Like, I knew it wasn't real. Because, like the biggest film experience I had, the first memory I have of actually being in a cinema was Star Wars, right, 1977. But and I've told that story many times. But to talk a little bit about it, to just say that from that point forward, I just want to know how they do it. Oh, they built giant models. Oh, and then they filmed them upside down. Oh, and they did all of this stuff. Oh, all right. Well, how did they do this transporters effect in Star Trek? Well, a glass of water and some glitter. Film that. Transporter. Yeah. That's right. Inframan. They actually made good horror films back in the day. They truly did. Truly. Shadow Chaser. I saw Halloween and Halloween 2 when I was 8. Did my parents care? Nah. Oh, man. Made you appreciate Halloween even more, I think. This is so very true, Pyrene Dream. Johnny Depp was Freddy Krueger's first victim. Oh, man. Okay, so one of the haunts I did, gosh, when I first started getting into building haunts and then doing, full-blown buildings, I set up a Freddy Krueger hall with moving walls so that the walls narrowed in towards a chair with a slow strobe. That was Freddy sitting in the chair, not moving. And stuff would happen behind you, so much so that you didn't think anything was going to happen in front of you. You could recognize the silhouette and occasionally see, with the strobe, see Freddy in the chair. And then there'd be one final big bang. It was a trash can lid, which would draw everybody's attention to turn back. Because again, you're building suspense, right? One of the things you can build fixed position walls that make everything get narrower as you get farther down a brick alleyway. But you can also close in the walls, so it brings in the tension. So when you start looking back, it's like, okay, things are changing in this room. But yeah, that's when Freddy would go bananas and the strobe would go into full, and people just lose their stuff. But it always started outside. I mean, one of the things most people don't realize is I'm trying to own your mind before you get into the haunt. Before you enter the building, my goal is to make you uneasy, because that's what makes it scary. It's what it heightens your senses. It makes me able to fool you. To misdirect. Look over here. No, look over here. Right? It's the magician's assistant. With haunts, it's the same principle. But I can mess you up in 1,000 ways before you even get in the building. And then when you're in the building, I own your brain. So it's just super fun. Sorry. I don't usually talk about that stuff. Oh, yeah. Freddy Krueger versus Wolverine. That'd be awesome, right? And that'll never happen, but it's a good idea. Let's see. Argentum. I don't like horror movies aside from the kind of ones that end up on MST3K. Well, yeah. I think like Beetlejuice, I think is probably your speed. Maybe. Right, Argentum? I don't know. My brain just works different. Alien Romulus is a sequel to a film that was made in the 70s, says Count Alucard. And you know what? I can't wait to see it. Alien Romulus is one of those films I'm looking forward to this year. I think Nate, Mr. H reviews, and myself have been just absolutely fanning over it. Very excited for it. So Gina's case has gone to discovery. Well, why? Yes, sir. Let's reset one more time for those in the back. Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit's been denied by the judge, and we could go all through it all over again, but we don't need to, because the only thing we need to do is look at the last page of the judge's decision, which is the conclusion, which says, in sum, defendants have failed to set forth an impenetrable defense under the First Amendment. Accordingly, for the foregoing reasons, the court denies defendants' motion. Ballgame. Discovery. Oh no, Beetlejuice really isn't horror, but sort of a little bit. It's like introductory horror for kids. Donovan Brower's like, messed up before we get in the building. No, I'm not going to show naked pictures of Tom. No. There's a lot of ways to set your audience at unease. Uneven ground, even if you have to intentionally set it up. Annoying obstacles, no straight lines. There's some, I don't want to give away the game, because a lot of different places use this, including the Haunted Mansion. Well, not the Haunted Mansion, excuse me. Tower of Terror, which I guess in California is now this garbage attraction called the Guardians of the Galaxy bounce around bouncy house. I don't know. Anyway, it's just terrible. Yeah. Let's see. Dragonbrick says, I saw Exorcist when I was 8 or 9. Did not watch any horror movie until I was in college. Well, yeah. That probably wasn't the one to watch. Yeah, head spinning, pea soup everywhere. No bueno. Good times. Edward Hyde, hello. Disney forgot to bribe the judge. Well, I don't know that judge was bribable, to be fair. And, I mean, they're running out of money. Get on them. Oh, yeah, no, Monster Squad indeed is wonderful. Indeed, Go and Shogi. I'm with you. Hey, Racer X is back. What's up, Racer X? Says Beetlejuice came out such a long time ago. I don't remember anything that happened in the movie. It was a long time ago. I've rewatched it many times since. Just give it a thorough rewatch. I think you'll enjoy the next thing even more. I just watched Steven Seagal films if you fancy unintentional horror. Oh, I love it. It's so good. I'm getting messaged like crazy right now. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. Oh man, now the Slack's blown up. What is going on? Crazy for being so... Sorry, guys. This is not good YouTube. I'll just sing at you. Let's see, what do we got? We got a bunch of great videos coming out over on That Game Place. Hopefully you guys check those out. That was fun. And I got thumbnails, so I get to parse. Awesome. All right. What is it called? Guardians of the Galaxy Bouncy Castle. Well, that's what it is. At least in Florida, they destroyed a wonderful energy attraction that was edutainment and replaced it with a show coaster, which doesn't belong there. But they put it there anyway. Because, IP, they're going to vomit IP everywhere. Not original stuff. But at least we have good news today. Tortured Crossing was a nightmare to watch. Does that count? Yes. Alec Baldwin dies in it. Well, there you go. Fire Dragon 57 says, so I raised my kids in the late 70s and early 80s. Now, when I go visit my oldest, he put a copy of the sign. It says Camp Crystal Lake. He also produced In Search of Darkness 1, 2, and 3. Wow. That's awesome. We have a couple of people that I'm hoping to talk to soon. Ron sent me some information. I'm going to talk to some people that I want to talk to. I want to talk to people who are doing their own self-distribution of films and things like that. I have a growing list of projects to take a look at and promote. I'm very excited. Yeah. Hey, Southern Belle is here. Good to see you. But one more time, we're going to go through the news, reset for the final time because I need to wind down. I've been doing this for an hour. I'm sure you can find somebody else talking about the best story of the day. Breaking news. Disney's motion to dismiss Gina Carano lawsuit has been denied. She wins this round. And as Rachel pointed out earlier in the stream, Disney 0, Gina 1, and many more to go. Let's head for Discovery, folks. It's good news for us all. Good news for us all. Thanks for being here, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't often do it anymore. Not really usually doing a out of the blue news stream, but this is this. This is this. The lovely daisy blossoms like Gina. Yes, indeed. All right. Into the Mouth of Madness. Keeping Sam Neill in my prayers, being brave through his illness. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, if you want to mess yourself up, Event Horizon is a good way to do it. Like you said, I like the mental part of horror, so that's my wheelhouse. But we are 1 hour and 6 minutes into just this little news brief. I hope you guys got enough of it. Oh, do check out, this is the brand new T-shirt from Beach Punk, beachpunk.us. I keep going the wrong way. Beachpunk.us. This is the new one. This is the official logo that we've had for quite some time, but it's been refreshed. It's got a new back piece on it. They are gorgeous. They look amazing, especially the blue. I may have to order a blue next time, light blue, that sky blue. And got a bunch of other merchandise on there, just great. I'm gonna start handing out discount codes again here pretty quick because the expiration on the discount code was the 14th. So I think starting next week, might as well be this weekend. I think this weekend I'll start handing out discount codes again. So be prepared for those. Tomorrow's an incredibly busy day, as all Thursdays are. So stick around. Follow me from the 6 Minute Daily all the way through the day, and all the way up through. Everything. Tomorrow is a good day. You got That Park Place after my show. After that, you've got the H-Cast. And after that, I'm going to go see a movie so you don't have to. Just in case it's bad. I don't expect it to be bad. I think Deadpool and Wolverine will be good, and I'll be giving you a review that Grant will edit the moment I get home. On that note, I hope everybody has an incredible day. Can't wait to see you till tomorrow morning. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and my goodness, Gina, thank you. Until next time. See ya. I'm so happy. What a great day.